you will stick around because sometimes you're gonna get tired, but you will remember, oh, I am doing this for this reason, and this reason is worth it. And so you're gonna stick around most of the time. And when you're tired, you rest, but you're gonna go back on track. Do you have a hard time following through? Do you have a hard time sticking to your goals, to everything you want to do and that is very important to you? If so, keep watching. Hi, my name is Amina. I am a life coach and I'm here to help you solve some of your problems, respond to some questions and other stuff, and bring you another perspective if you need to make decisions in your life. So if you have questions and suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you like what I do here, please subscribe, like and share this video and help me spread the word and help more people. Okay, so today I want to talk about self-discipline. So many people have a hard time with discipline. Even when they hear the word discipline, it's like make you want to throw up, or you just want to give up immediately. You don't want to hear about it. You're already tired, whatever. In my case, I see discipline as a friend. So I just want to offer you a refrain here and give you 3 reasons why I love discipline. And I know it's not easy, but maybe with those 3 reasons you're gonna feel the same way as me. So the first reason is discipline helps me to get things done. So if I have a project, if I have goals, I know that staying disciplined will help me to achieve them. It will help me to move forward. It will help me to be proud of myself because I have accomplished what I wanted to do. And if what I want to do is help me to improve my life, it will be a celebration. So discipline is actually good for me because it helps me move things forward. Second reason is when I get in the habit of being disciplined, it helped me to be more and more consistent, and it helps me gain power over me. And I know it's not always easy to be self-disciplined, and we can not always count on willpower, but the more we are disciplined, the more we build habits, and those habits, they get installed in us like a software in a computer, and it stays around, it sticks with you as long as you keep doing those habits. As long as you stay disciplined, you're just gonna strengthen them, and over time it's gonna be easier and easier, even if you're still gonna experience resistance, because on one side you have resistance and on the other side you are building your habits. So even if the habits, when they stick around, they strengthen you in your willpower, but at the same time you still have the resistance that is tempting you to abandon your good habits. If you want to learn about resistance, you can check the book The War of Art by Steven Pressfield, and he talks about the fact that when you want to do something that is really important, you usually have this kind of force that is coming from within, and that is doing everything to prevent you from doing the things you want to do, and those things that are good for you, and he calls that resistance. So check the book, and I'm sure it's gonna help. The third reason why I love discipline is because, yes, it is hard to follow through, to stay on task and to do the things, but when you are on vacation, because you have done everything you need to do, and because you have gained power over you, and because you have built good habits, you have actually moved forward, and you can take amazing time off. You're not gonna worry about this thing that you forgot to do, or this thing that may come, while you're on vacation, because you have planned everything. And of course, there are always surprises that can come, emergency and everything. But most of the time, because you have planned everything, you have done the work, you can take amazing time off where you don't need to check your email, you don't need to check anything. You can leave responsibilities to some people, and in case you're away and something urgent comes up and it's not going to be the norm, at least somebody is here to deal with it. And worst case scenario, it's you will be the person taking the phone and doing whatever it's necessary. But that won't happen very often. So when you stay disciplined, usually your time off will be real time off. And these are the 3 reasons why I love discipline. So reason number 1, it helps me move things forward. Reason number 2, I'm building good habits, so it's easier and easier, so I'm getting power, more power in self-discipline. And the 3rd reason, I'm getting great time off. So I'm gonna give you some tips that I consider will help you with becoming more disciplined. So the first one I will say is you need to start small. No, I'm gonna start with that. So the first one is you need to have a strong why. So do you want to do this project? Do you want to achieve this goal just out of the blue, or is it something that is really, really important? So you need to work on your why. If you want to be disciplined at something and that thing is not really important for you, or it was imposed on you, or somebody suggested, or you saw somebody doing it and now you want to do it too, if you don't have a good reason for doing something, of course it's going to be very difficult to stick to the process and keep going. But if you have a big why, okay, I want to earn $10,000 because I need to pay for my tuition, that's gonna help me to have this certificate that will help me to become an IT person. I don't know, just one example. And so thanks to that certificate, I will be able to earn a living, and I will be able to take care of my children and my family, my mom. So that's a good reason. So when you're gonna work on getting that degree, or work on getting those $10,000, you will stick around, because sometimes you're gonna get tired, but you will remember, oh, I am doing this for this reason, and this reason is worth it. And so you're gonna stick around most of the time. And when you're tired, you rest, but you're gonna go back on track. So having a big why is really important. So second things that I'm gonna say is start small. Don't try to do the big things in the beginning, like, oh, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna work out for 1 hour. No. If you've never worked out, or if you're not in the habit of working out, if you want to do 1 hour and then your muscles are sore and the next day you can't even get up, you're not gonna continue to work out. So start small. Take 5 minutes, do some push-ups, or work with you have many workout video on YouTube, for example. You can start with 5 minutes. You can do something that is very easy. If it's just going outside and working and walking for 5 minutes, just do it. But the goal is to start building the habits. It's not about going hard the first time and wishing that everything's going to continue, because like I was saying, you're going to have resistance kicking at some point, because working out is important for you. And when the resistance is here, I have experienced it many times, and I still do every day. When it's here, you're really fighting against yourself to keep going. So if you're tired, if your muscles are sore, it's very difficult to continue to do the work, to continue to follow through. But if you start with a 5 minutes workout on YouTube, at least you're not gonna see the progress right now, but you're going to be proud of yourself if you start by walking for 5 minutes. If it's something else, if you want to write a book, if you start writing the first 3 sentences, at least you have done something. But don't try to go hard the first time. Start small. So you have your big why, you have your clear goal, you know exactly what you want to do. So what is the next small step you can do? If it's step number 1, 2, and 3, what are there? Define them really clearly and start acting on them, but don't go hard, because you're gonna get discouraged over time. We are here to build something that is going to be sustainable. If you want things to be sustainable, do everything you can so you don't give up over time. And starting small with the next first step is important. So another thing that I'm gonna recommend is choose a time frame. I hope that's how you say it, a time frame. So it's like, okay, I decided that my goal is to start working out regularly because I want to take care of my body, and I've heard and saw that it's the right thing to do. So I'm gonna take care of my diet, I'm gonna start working out, and I want to feel good in my body. And I'm not talking about weight, I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm just talking about the feeling of being good in your body. So that's the big why, that's the big goal. So you have it. Now you define your first step. Okay, I'm gonna walk 5 minutes every day. Okay, I'm gonna choose a YouTube video and I'm gonna start working out for 5 minutes. Okay, now the third step, now you decide, okay, I commit to do this for 2 weeks, I commit to do this for 1 week, for 3 weeks, for 1 month. But what is important here is to decide that my commitment is not forever. So your brain knows that, if it's too hard, you're not gonna be there forever. So your brain is gonna fight against you less, if I can say that, because you have a time commitment and it's 2 weeks. So during those 2 weeks, I'm gonna walk every day for 5 minutes. I'm gonna work out 5 minutes every other day with a YouTube video, for example. I'm gonna eat salad for 1 week just to see if I can feel a difference. But because you commit in a very small time frame, I hope yeah, because you commit for a short time, it's going to be easier. Because if you start day 1 and you still have like 10 days left instead of the rest of your life, you have something to look forward. And then when you get to day number 10, you can now assess, okay, do I want to continue this or do I want to stop? And I believe it helps to make things easier. So you can try that. So after you have reframed the way you see discipline, number 1. Number 2, you have defined your goal clearly. Number 3, you have defined your next small step. Number 4, you have committed for 1 week, 10 days, 2 weeks. Now something else you can do is to eliminate everything that can be an obstacle for you to get the things you want to do. For example, so I want to walk for 5 minutes every day. Do I have my shoes ready? Do I have my outfit ready? Is it easily accessible? So when I come from work, if I have the temptation to be lazy, not lazy, if I have the temptation to not do the work, at least when I come, that's something that I do actually. When I come from work, I know my workout outfit is ready and it's clearly, I can see it the first thing that I come home. I can see it, so I have a reminder, hey, you're supposed to work out today, And so that eliminates the risk. Not completely, but it gives me more chances to be motivated to do my workouts. My shoes are here, so I know once I get my outfit, I can wear my shoes and go outside and go for a walk, for example. So do everything that can eliminate the risk. If you know that what can prevent you from doing this is that, then act in advance to make sure that thing is not gonna stop you from doing what you want to do, and stick to that. So eliminate the risk in advance as much as possible. And the last thing that I would suggest is, but before we get to that, just to let you know that I have a one-on-one coaching practice. So if you want to work with me, you can reach out using my website. The link is in the description box. And I also have a blog, so if you like to read, I talk about almost the same kind of subject, but in a different format and everything. So thank you for your support. And so the last thing to do is you need to reward yourself every time you reach a milestone. So if we take again the example of working out, wanting to feel better in our bodies, you have eliminated the risk, you have everything, so you have followed the process that I talked about. Now you have reached your 10 days of walking 5 minutes every day. So now you have reached the 10th day, and now you're asking yourself, do I want to continue? Yes, I want to. So now I'm gonna reward myself because I didn't give up. So maybe for you, it's me, I like cookies, so I'm gonna buy a cookie for myself, or I'm gonna buy a gift for myself, or I don't know, so whatever works for you. So a small celebration of that win, and it's gonna help you to know, and your brain will know that yes, you are making some sacrifices, but at least you are rewarded for that. So even if you have the resistance, because you have built your habits, so now your willpower is stronger, and over time you are capable of overcoming your resistance. And the more you reward yourself, the better. So every time you reach a milestone, so now you decide, okay, I've done 5 minutes every day, let me do 10 minutes. Next time you do your 10 minutes, you commit for 10 days, and you have reached day number 10, reward yourself, and so on and so forth. And you just keep going. And over time, after 1 year, maybe 3 months, you're gonna see that you have built something. Now make sure that you don't have something in you subconsciously sabotaging everything, because if everything is going fine with you, this process should work for most people, because you're going slowly at your own pace, and it should work. But for some people, they're gonna self-sabotage because of something that is going on in them, And for that, I will suggest just see a therapist, and they're gonna help you to know what's going on, because self-sabotaging, not following through, not being disciplined, it's sometimes related to something that is happening in us. So we shouldn't ignore that too. Okay, so that's it for today. To summarize everything, as a recap, so just remember that we have reframed discipline. So the reasons why I love discipline, I suggest that you start small. What is the next small step? I suggest that you have a strong why, a clearly defined goal. You start small, you define your next step. You commit for a period of time where you're going to continue to do the work. You eliminate the risks of not following through, and you reward yourself along the way to encourage your brain to keep going. So please subscribe, like, and share if you find what I do here interesting. And if you have questions and suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you. So my question for you today, do you have any tips to help people with their discipline? Were you the kind of person for whom following through was very difficult, and you found a way to turn things around? So please share your experience, and that can help other people around here. So in the meantime, I will wish you a good week, and we'll see you later. Bye.